Hello, everybody. Hello, how are you doing? This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Thomas Show. And what I want to talk to you about this week is the fact that life isn't fair. I had a younger friend of mine come to me complaining about some things that happened to him because he was under the impression that life was fair. And I tried to tell him that life is in fact not fair. It never has been. It never will be. And I'm going to talk to you about what I told him, and I'm going to tell you what I told him. Also, I have a question before we get started. Have you ever seen a lion ride on its hind legs on top of a skateboard going down the middle of the street? You haven't? You don't know what I'm talking about? Of course you don't. The only way you're going to find out what I'm talking about is by listening to this episode. So are you ready? You are? Cool. Let's do it. All right, everybody, as promised, I am now going to talk to you about the fact that life is not fair, and I'm going to let you understand. And I use the phrase in the intro, and because you're listening to this, you're going to find out exactly what I meant by that. Now, what I want to talk about. Now, I was talking to someone that I know is a little bit younger than me, and a friend of mine, and it's one of those situations where if you're the older guy, a lot of times, I have a lot of friends of different ages. And in the comedy world of my group of friends, I'm the baby of the group. I was 17 and everybody was an average of 7 to 15 years older than I am. And so I was always the baby. But now as I'm approaching 50, a lot of people are coming up to me asking me advice as the older guy to them, my younger friends. And one of my friends was having a really bad day, one of the young guys, and he was complaining like a little punk about how life isn't fair. He was told when he grew up that life was fair. Everything was supposed to be fair. Everything was supposed to be right. He was complaining about how he was fighting with his girlfriend. He was complaining about how as he drove to where we were meeting, people were cutting him off in traffic. He was complaining about the fact that somebody wouldn't hold the elevator for him. He was complaining about a whole lot of things, but the whole groove was he thought that life should be fair, that life was supposed to be fair. And I sat there looking at him thinking, who told you that life was supposed to be fair? Sir, young sir, I said to him, I said, life isn't even close to fair. Life is not fair. Life has never been fair, and life will never be fair. Now, what I said to him was, I said, you were talking about how somebody didn't hold the elevator for you, how they a car cut in front of you. And I said, see how quickly those phrases fell out of your mouth? You didn't have to hunt for the words to describe it. You didn't have disbelief in your voice or on your face when you described what happened to you. You didn't talk about somebody cut me off in, what's the word I'm looking for? Traffic? They what me off in traffic? Oh yeah, cut me off in traffic. No, you had the phrases. Why? Because it's a normal occurrence. It's a normal occurrence. Because life is not fair. If it was something that wasn't normal, you would have to hunt for the words, or you would be at a loss for words. You'd be shocked that it happened. But you weren't shocked, right? You just came out and said somebody cut you off in traffic. Let me ask you a question. What do you think would happen? What do you think would be the way you would react if you looked out your back window and you saw a lion on its hind legs riding a skateboard down the middle of the street, right? Doing skateboarder tricks, ollies and riding off the rails and kick flips. What if you saw a lion doing that? What would your reaction be, right? You probably look out the back window and go, and people would look at you going, what is wrong with you, dude? And you look back at them and you'd go, there is a lion out back right now. You're not going to believe this. I'm shocked. Dude, just what is it? It's a lion riding a skateboard and doing skateboard tricks in the back of the house. And your friends would look at you and go, dude, really? You were supposed to be the designated driver, man. You're the designated driver and you already jacked up on... Why would you drink when you know you're supposed to be the one driving? I'm telling you right now, there was a lion on his hind legs riding a skateboard out back. Come look out the window. I'm not getting up because you're high. I am not high, man. And you pull back the window and your friend sees it. What the heck is that? And he goes up and goes, oh my goodness gracious. There is a male lion riding a skateboard and doing skateboard tricks in the middle of the street. I can't believe it. Well, he might eat somebody when he finishes skating. Let's call the police. And you call 911. 911. I know you're not going to believe me, miss. Oh, God, another one of these prank calls. No, it's not a prank call. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking out the backyard, and I'm telling you there is a lion on a skateboard doing skateboarding tricks in the back of the house in the middle of the street. Sir, this is not good. I understand there's a lot of YouTube pranks going around, and maybe you want to get some hits or anything like that, but you do not call 911 with your little wacky stories. I'm telling you right now, there's a lion back there doing tricks. Okay, look, sir, I'm going to send an ambulance over because you're obviously high. I'm not high. That's what would happen if you saw a lion out back doing that kind of stuff, right? You wouldn't have the words for it because it would be an uncommon event to have a lion doing that, right? Right? You ever seen somebody driving down the street in the back of your house? You look out the window, they jump out of a moving car and catch a cantaloupe thrown down from a helicopter. You ever seen that? No, you wouldn't be able to find the words for that. You'd be going, I just saw a guy jump out of his car and catch a cantaloupe thrown out of a helicopter. And people would go, come on, bro. This is the same thing with that lion thing. They would think you're crazy. You wouldn't have the words. But you had the words for somebody cutting you off. You had the words for your girlfriend fighting with you. You had the words for somebody not holding the elevator for you. Why? Because it's a normal occurrence. It's a normal occurrence because life is not fair, my friend. You see, and this is one of those weird things. Life is kind of like a friend of yours that becomes rich beyond measure, but won't help you out. You understand what I'm saying? And we've all had that. I've had that before. I've seen people that became really, really successful, but wouldn't reach back to help people. They wouldn't help people that weren't even good for them. They wouldn't help people that were actually against them. They wouldn't help people that actually got the help and surpassed them and then snaked them in the back because life isn't fair. Life, like I said, is like, imagine life is your best friend, right? And your best friend puts a couple bucks down on the Powerball lottery. That's what your friend is. Your friend is life. And your friend life says, man, I'll be right back, buddy. I'm going to the gas station. I'm going to get some gas. And I'm going to fill my car up before we go to this party. And I'm going to put some air in the tires, make sure everything's great. And then we're going to go out to the party, right? Right? He goes out, while I'm here, I think I'll buy a Powerball lottery ticket. What difference does it make? I mean, my chances of winning are 1 in 181 million to 1, so there's really no chance. I'm really kind of wasting this money, but what the hell? I can dream, can I? I can dream about what it's like to win. You go back to the house, and you're hanging out with your friend life, and your friend life has got the lottery ticket in the hand, and you go, come on, man, you ain't waste money on that bull, did you? Hey, man, it gives me the chance to dream. Right? You sit down there, you're getting ready to go out and talk to some ladies, right? That's what you're doing. You get your clothes right. You got the cologne on, put the cologne on, right? Make sure everything smells good and that's good and do the wash up and all of that crap. You're sitting there, you're about to get ready to make the nice trip to the place where you're going to try to meet some wonderful ladies. And you decide to watch the Powerball anyway. You know you have a 181 million to 1 chance of winning, but what the hell? What difference does it make? It's only going to take a couple of minutes to check it out, right? After the first 2 numbers, I'm going to know that I did not win, so I might as well just listen. That's what your friend life is saying, because life is your best friend, and life is holding a lot of 6. Oh, I've got 6. 15. Oh, I've got 2 numbers. Isn't that weird? 9. Whoa, I got 3 numbers. Oh, I got 4 numbers. I got 5 numbers. Wow, 6 numbers. And tonight's Powerball lottery is the biggest Powerball of all time. After taxes, whoever wins, if you were to win tonight, would clear $5.2 billion. Ooh. Your best friend and you are high-fiving each other. And you say, and life says to its best friend, hey, I'm your best friend, life. Don't tell anyone till I get this money taken care of, okay? I don't want any problems with everybody. And you, as life's best friend, you go back to work the next day, your best friend is going to have $5.2 billion after taxes. Your best friend, the friend that's known you your entire life, right? You're at that job that sucks, but everybody at the job is their normal piece of crap self. And normally you sit in the back and you suffer in silence, and your stomach is upset, your head hurts. You can't stand that guy Jeff because he's a piece of crap. Drinks all the coffee, won't fill up the coffee pot. You can't stand Susan. She's always doing that. You can't stand Margie. You can't stand Phil. You can't stand any of these pieces of crap. But it doesn't matter because your best friend life has $5.2 billion. Oh yeah, your best friend, the one you saved his life. You Heimlicked him. You stopped him from getting in trouble. You kept him from getting his butt whooped a bunch of times. You're the person that you a good friend to life. Life won't pass you by, will it? Of course not. You know why life won't pass you by? Because things are supposed to be fair. And if things are fair, life will take care of you, right? You watch as life collects the $5.2 billion, and you sit back patiently waiting for life to take care of you because everything's fair, right? So of course life is going to take care of you, right? You watch as life takes care of life's family. Life takes the 0.2 from the 5.2 billion and just divvies it up among everybody. Life takes care of life's mother. Life takes care of life's father. Life takes care of life's uncles and cousins and all of that crap. Life takes care of life's baby mama. Yeah, life's a player. Life takes care of all its baby mamas. Yeah, life likes to get around. Life's a hoe. You know what I'm talking about. You know how life is, right? But life's pretty good, even though life's a bit of a hoe. And now life is taking care of all the family. And now life is heading back home. Life is heading back home to hang out with his best buddy because life is your friend. And you know everything's fair, so life's going to take care of you, right? You're at work and you know life is coming back and you're sitting there, you know that your life is going to take care of you. So technically you might as well just quit this job. I mean, when life gets back, you're not going to have to come back to this thing in the first place, right? You go into the office and then there's the guy that drinks all the coffee and treats you like crap. You tell him what you really think of him. Oh, he almost hits you, but that's okay. It's not a problem. You tell everybody else what you think of them. They can't stand you. You walk in, you tell your boss, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. I don't know why that song popped in my mind, but who cares? It's appropriate, right? And he tells you, get out of the building and you're fired. You go, I don't need this job, you piece of crap. My best friend life is going to take care of me. Yay. Then you go back to your house and the light's on. Life must be in there. Life is the best. Life's in there to surprise you, right? You gave life the key as in an emergency. So now life's in there. You're going to walk and life's going to hand you a big check and everything's going to be great. You don't care about that job. You don't need that job because life is going to take care of you. Yay. You walk up the steps and everything seems normal. Something seems not normal. Wait a minute. What's going on? You look into the closet and you notice some stuff is missing. Life's coat. Life used to hang their coat there. Life left their coat there. Last time they visited, now the coat's gone. Maybe life went to the store. And you start noticing as you look around, some stuff is missing. See, life spent a lot of time hanging out at your place, right? Life almost lived there with you. Life was over there so much. But now everything in there that life had is gone. And there's a note. Go on to Brazil. It was, wish you the best, my friend. I'm going to take care of my business. And you read the rest of the note and you realize life wasn't just talking about being on vacation. Life was telling you life is the hell out of here. Life has moved on. Life didn't take care of you. Oh, no. You don't have that job anymore. Oh, no. And life's in Brazil and didn't leave you a phone number. So you can't even say, hey, life, what the hell you doing, man? You got all this bread. You can't break me off a little bit. You don't even know how to get in contact with life. Oh, no. And that's how it is, my friends. Life just moves on. Life will not take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. Now, in this scenario, you go back to that job and you tell the boss, hey, man, I was on some medication. I'm so sorry. The pharmacy wouldn't fill it out. And it was a weird thing. And I'm back and I got a thing in the doctor's note and you got and he buys it because you're a good worker. You go apologize to everybody. They already know about the meds thing because your boss goes, he was on meds. Don't worry about it. Don't whoop his butt when he comes back. And everybody's like, oh, man, I'm so glad you're back on your meds, man. You didn't mean any of that stuff you said. Of course not. And you got to go back to that crappy job. But now you're motivated. Now you're driven. And you spend year after year working at that job. You move up, you move up, you move up, you move up. You gather some knowledge. You gather some resources. You start your own business. You start your own company. You start your own project. And all of a sudden you're loaded out the butt. And everything's great. And then you go on a trip to Brazil and you run into life. And now life sees you and realizes you actually took care of business on your own. You're a successful man now. Now life is worth 17 billion. And it sees you and it goes, hey, you're doing good things. I'd like to invest in your company. And you go, really? And life goes, yes. And then life does invest into your company. And you do even better. Why did that happen? Because life doesn't give a crap about you until you start doing stuff for yourself. And then when you start doing stuff for yourself, then life helps you out. That's how it works. Now, this is very similar to what I said to him. There was a few more expletives in it and a little more teasing because he was being a little punk. But he got the message. And that's the message I've been giving myself. And if you're listening to this, this is the message I'm giving you. Life isn't fair. It's not going to give you anything. You got to go get a lot of things for yourself. And once you start getting things for yourself, that's when life notices you and starts hooking you up. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And in addition to that being the way it is, that is the end of this. This has been this episode of the S. Anthony Thomas Show. Hope you dug it. To all of you that have been listening to me, thank you very, very, very much. Much love to every last one of you. I appreciate your kindness. That is it for this, and I will see you next time. Take care.